Hello, everybody. It's time once again for another game of my 2016 Minnesota Twins replay using Strat Advanced. Today's matchup will be the Oakland A's visiting the Minnesota Twins, and the starting pitchers for today's game are Sonny Gray for the A's and Ervin Santana for the Twins. And we'll eschew all the lineup introductions and we'll just get started. So leading off and playing center field for the A's is Billy Burns. 5-7. Oh, and the A's will get off to a start now. This is a slim double chance. No, it will be a single. And do the A's want to get out early and get a move on it? Burns is an A's stealer. Santana is a +2, so it's 1-15. They will let him try to take off and score. It's a 10, and he is safe. So Burns steals second. And that brings up the second place hitter, the second baseman, Jed Lowry. 2-7. That's a ground ball to first, but that'll get the job done to move Burns to third base. 2. And now brings up the right fielder, Josh Reddick. 6-5, and that'll at least get a run home. Will it get 2? Going back on it is Rosario, and that's a 10. That'll be off the wall. Reddick motors into second, but that will easily score Burns from third, and the A's are out to a quick 1-0 lead. Batting cleanup in the left fielder, Chris Davis. 6-5. Uh-oh. Even worse home run chance of 1-11. And that is a 9, and that is a 2-run homer for Chris Davis. And that puts the A's out to a quick 3-0 lead. This might not be pretty for Ervin Santana. All right, here's Stephen Vogt, the catcher. 6-9, that is a strikeout, so Santana bears down. And now batting the designated hitter, Billy Butler. 3-8, and against a righty, that'll be a fly ball to center. But the A's score 3, and after 1/2 inning, it's the A's 3 and the Twins coming to bat. And now pitching is Sonny Gray, and he's stoked to a 3-0 lead. All right, here is the leadoff batter playing third base, Eduardo Nunez. 6-10, and that's a weak fly ball to center field. That is caught by Billy Burns. All right, here's the left fielder, Robbie Grossman. 2-3, ooh. Weak ground ball, or actually ground ball in the hole. Yonder Alonso, the first baseman, picks it up, throws to Gray covering, and that's 2 away. And now it's the first baseman, Joe Mauer. 3-10. Ground ball to the shortstop, Trevor Simeon. Throws over to Alonso, and the Twins go down 1-2-3 in the first. And after 1 inning, it's the A's 3 and the Twins 0. All right, so you've sort of heard the latter half of the lineup, which didn't get introduced in the first inning. Batting 7th and playing first base, Yonder Alonso. 3-4, and that's a ground ball to Danny Santana, playing shortstop today. And here is Marcus Semien, shortstop for the A's. 2-5, and that's a base hit to left field. And they will hold on Semien, but he will not go. And here is Tyler Ladendorf. He is batting right-handed and playing third base today. 2-11 against a righty. And that is a foul out to the catcher. So Ladendorf pops it up in the foul territory, and Centeno squeezes it for the second out. And here is Billy Burns back to the top of the order in the second inning already. Wow. 110, that's a ground ball to shortstop, so a little bit better success. Santana probably to get some nerves out. But we go to the bottom half of the second, and it is the 3-0 A's. And here is Sonny Gray pitching to the second baseman, Brian Dozier. 3-7, that's a walk. So Dozier will get on. He is an ace stealer. Maybe not right now, down 3. They need some base runners and let the big boppers try to help out. Miguel Sano now batting. 4-2. Oof. Probably should have tried to send him. That's a ground ball to Semien. On to Lowry. Over to Alonso. And that's a pitcher's best friend. 6-4-3. And here is Max Kepler. 6-5. And against the lefty, that's a fly ball to medium deep center field. That's taken care of by Burns. And that makes the Twins done for the inning. And after 2 complete, it is the A's 3 and the Twins nothing. And Santana will face Lowry, Reddick, and Davis. 4-7 against the lefty. That's a strikeout. So Santana gave up that big inning in the first, but has settled down here in the second and third innings. 2-3, and that's a ground ball to shortstop. And Reddick is out number 2. And here is Chris Davis. 5-9, and that's a strikeout. So the A's go down 1-2-3 in the top half of the third. And your score after 2.5 is the A's 3 and the Twins nothing. And Gray will face the bottom third of the order, the center fielder, Eddie Rosario. 4-6, and that's a ground ball to the second baseman. Lowry takes care of that for the first out. And here's the catcher, Juan Centeno. 2-8, and that's a strikeout. That's the first strikeout of the day for Sonny Gray. And here's Danny Santana. 1-6, and make that the second strikeout of the day. Santana goes down on strikes. And we are through 3 innings, and it is a 3-0 A's. And Santana will face Vogt, Butler, and Alonso to start the top half of the fourth. 4-9, that's to the shortstop, and that today is Santana. He has a 4. And a 16. 4 and a 16. That is a good play. So Santana gets over and makes the play, and that's out number 1. And that brings up the designated hitter, Billy Butler, who flied to center his last time up. Oops. Yeah, foul ball. I get that small white die out. That's better. Okay, that's to the left fielder. That is Grossman. He is a 4. And a 5. Will this be extra bases? No, it will not. So, great job by Grossman for keeping it to a single. And Butler is on with a 1-out single. And here is Yonder Alonso. They will not hold Butler on. He does not have great speed. 1-9, and that's a walk. So, it puts runners on first and second with 1 out. And here is Marcus Semien. 5-8. That is to Dozier. He's a 2. Could they get out of the inning? That's a 20. That should definitely be a ground ball A, and it is. That is a 4-6-3 double play. And we go to the bottom half of the fourth. The score is still the A's 3 and the Twins nothing. Here's Sonny Gray to start the top half of the fourth with the top of the order, Eduardo Nunez. 6-4. That is to the third baseman. That is Ladendorf. He's a 4. And a 15. That should be a good enough play. No! It sneaks by him, and the first hit of the game for the Twins, a little dribbler that just gets past Leidendorf. So yeah, the 4 in the bottom half of the range, the first number is a base hit. So the Twins will not mess around with this part. They had Dozier on with a walk in the last inning and didn't put him on the motion. Vogt is a 0 arm, so he'd be 1-13, and he will take off. And that's a 7, and he's in there with a stolen base. And here is Roddy Grossman holding on Nunez. 1-9, and that is a walk, so kind of really much ado about nothing there. And here is Joe Mauer, and they will hold both runners on. 3-11. Ground ball to second baseman, over to shortstop for 1, on to first double play. Nunez goes to third, but there are 2 outs. And here is Brian Dozier. Have to play 2-out hero. 4-4. Maybe they might get a run here. Vogt is a 3 and a 17. The ball gets past him. That'll score a run. But the next pitch, Dozier pops it up. Will it stay in fair ground? No, it won't. It'll be caught in foul ground. But the stolen base does help because it got the runner home from third. And after the 4 innings complete, it is the A's 3 and the Twins 1. All right. And Ervin Santana will come out, and he will face Leidendorf, Burns, and Lowry. 3-3, and that is a ground ball to the third baseman. Nunez picks it up, throws it over, 1 out. And here's Billy Burns. 2-8, and that's a single to left field. And will they try their hand again? Not with 1 out. Okay, but they will hold him on. And here's Jed Lowry. 2-6. A 60% single chance. No, that is a line out to Dozier. Ranges over and gets it. And here's Josh Reddick. 1-6, and that's a fly ball to center field. So the 1-out single does no damage. And we go to the bottom half of the 5th. And the score is still 3-1 Oakland. And Sonny Gray will face Sano, Kepler, and Rosario. Sano DHing today. 5-4 to the center fielder. That's Burns. He's a 2. And an 11, that is not in range. The Burns is an E4, so he will only need to roll a 5-10. Oh, and he just makes the play. So Burns makes a nice diving catch. And here's Kepler. 4-5 lefty. That's a walk, so 1-out walk for Kepler. And they will hold him on. No, they won't hold him on as a C-stealer. And here's Eddie Rosario. 6-7, and that is a strikeout to a lefty. So that is the 3rd strikeout of the day. And here's Ervin Santana. 6-10, that's a fly ball to left field. And that'll put the Twins away here in the 5th. So we go to the top half of the 6th. The score, the A's 3, the Twins 1. And this is Santana and Gray's point of weakness, so we'll see how much longer they last. I'm guessing Gray might last a little bit longer because he hasn't gone through the order 3 times yet. 3-12. Oh, deep fly ball to center field, but Rosario runs it down. Davis gunning for his 2nd home run of the day. Didn't happen. Here's Stephen Vogt. 2-6. And Stephen Vogt might have a home run here. 35% chance. No. That goes off the wall. Vogt strolls into second base with a one-out double. And here is Billy Butler. 5-8. That is to Dozier. 2 and a 4. That should be a good play for a 2. And it is. Now I gotta find out if I believe he does go to third on that play. And he does. So great play by Dozier. Gets it over to first. However, Vogt moves to third, but there are 2 outs. And that brings up Yonder Alonso batting 7th. Yep. That small dice doesn't want to come out. Okay, 1-4. High pop-up foul ground, first base side. Mauer says it's mine, and he grabs it. And so Santana will probably come out for the 7th, but that might be pushing it for him. And the score after 5.5, the A's 3 and the Twins 1. And here's Sonny Gray facing Danny Santana, the shortstop. 3-3, and that's a walk. So Gray starts out the 6th with a walk. And here is Eduardo Nunez. 2-8, pops it up to shortstop. Semien says it's mine, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. And here is Robbie Grossman. 5-12 to the second baseman. That is Lowry. He's a 4. And an 8. Is that in range? No, it is not. It's probably better that it's not. He is an E12, so he needs a 6-11. And that is a good play because that is a 6-4-3 double play. And that is the 3rd double play that the Twins have hit into today, killing some good, decent rallies. And Gray gets out of the 6 with no damage. And the score after 6 complete, it is the A's 3 and the Twins 0. And we're going to go batter by batter here for Santana. Here's Marcus Semien. We will get Trevor May, who just came back from AAA, or the injured list. 1-9, and I think this might be the time to call the bullpen. Semien, a home run, a 65% home run chance. No, he doesn't get it, but he will start off the inning with a double. And Paul Molitor wastes no time. He will call to the bullpen, and he will bring in Trevor May. And let me denote here. Okay, so May got himself a little bit of situation. Here's Tyler Ladendorf. 5-8. Oh, boy. That'll score a run. Will it put a runner on second or third? That'll put the runner on second because that's a double, and Ladendorf gets an RBI. And it's now 4-1 A's. And here is Billy Burns. 5-10. That's against a lefty. That's a walk. Switch hitters. So runners on first and second, and May doesn't watch out. He might get pulled here pretty quickly. Here is Jed Lowry, also a switch hitter. 1-3, and that's a walk. So that means that technically May is tired, but we will let him stay in for at least one more batter. Bases loaded, and the A's will play the infield back. They will get Michael Tonkin loosening in the pen. 4-4. That is to the shortstop. That is Santana. He's a 4 and a 12. I don't think that's in range. It is not. He is an E40, which means he has to get a 10 to 12. Not even close. That's a one-base error. Santana boots it. Another run scores on the error. Runner moves to third on the error. Everybody moves up one base. And that's going to be it for Trevor May. We will get Tonkin in the game. And the Bluebirds are coming out for Trevor May. May faced 4 batters and did not retire anybody. And here is Chris Davis. 5-10. That's to the shortstop again. They're picking on Santana. They're playing back. 4 and a 15. He'll at least make the play, but he will not prevent another run from scoring. So he is out at first, but a run will score. And that'll put runners on second and third with 1 out. And they'll just play back. Here is Stephen Vogt. 1-5 against the righty. That's a strikeout. So Tonkin at least getting some outs. Here is Billy Butler. 2-11. That's a ground ball to the shortstop, which is the 3rd out of the inning. However, the A's score 3, and going into the 7th inning stretch, it is 6-1 A's. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get paid for it. It's root for the Twins. If they don't win, it's a shame. It's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're at the old ball game. Hey. All right, so we go to the bottom half of the 7th. Gray is still going to come out. 5-7. Lefty, that's a slight double chance. The 5 base hit for Joe Mauer. He starts the bottom of the 7th off with a leadoff single. The Twins will get the bullpen stirring. They will get Ryan. They'll get Ryan Madsen loosening in the pen. Actually, I don't think they will. That's their closer, but then again, they have about 3 closers. Actually, look at John Axford loosening in the pen. Here's Dozier. 4-4, catcher X. Vote is a 3, and that's a 15. Hopefully you got that on camera. 3 and a 15. All right, well, Vogt cannot stop it again. Another pass ball, but the next pitch, once again, Dozier pops it up to the catcher in foul territory, and he'll make the play. So, runner on second with 1 out, and here's Miguel Sano. 5-8. That's to the second baseman, Lowry. And it would be a single 2 stars. Yes, it is. And that will score a run. And Miguel Sano with another RBI. That makes it 6-2. And they will let him pitch to Kepler, but I think they'll have Axford come in after this. 1-5, single to center. Sano will go to second. And Gray says he's tired. So nice round of applause from not round of applause, but from the dugout. Look at a round of applause from the dugout. Gray, nice performance. Goes into the 7th inning. Can only get the 1 out. And here comes John Axford. Another ex-Indian. And we will put him in. Okay, Axford will face Eddie Rosario to start off. 3-3. Ooh. Fly ball to left. And here is Santana. 3-7. A field goal. Wow, he got lucky in those two batters. Well, the Twins put up a run, but no more. And going into the top half of the eighth, it is the A's 6 and the Twins 2. And will Michael Tonkin pitch? No, they will have Taylor Rogers come in. Okay. He will face Alonso, Semien, and Ladendorf. 2-9 against the lefty. That's a ground ball right back to the mound. Rogers grabs it, underhands it to first, and that's one away here in the top half of the eighth. Oops, foul ball. 2-7, single to 5. And that's an 11. That's a line out to the second baseman. And now up Tyler Ladendorf. 5-7 against the righty. That's a ground ball to the second baseman, Dozier. 2 and a 6. Is that good enough? Yes, it is. And a 1-2-3 inning for Taylor Rogers. And we go to the bottom half of the eighth with the Twins trailing 6-2. And Axford will not come out for the eighth. We will have... Looks like we'll have Ryan Dull come out. Actually, do we want to have Patrick? Actually, we're going to have Patrick Schuster come out again. He pitched the last game. He's a left-hander. With 6-2 lead, they figure they can get him a little bit of practice here. So we're going to have Patrick Schuster come out. And here is Danny Santana. 5-7 to the righty. Oof, that's a 75% triple chance. And that's a triple for Danny Santana. And that brings up Eduardo Nunez. They'll play the infield back with a 6-2 lead. 4-6 against a righty. That's a walk. So Schuster might be getting the quick hook here. And here's Robbie Grossman. They're going to have Ryan Dull loosening in the pen. 5-12 against the righty. That is to the second baseman, Lowry. 4 and a 9. Well, E12 again, so 6-11. Oops. Hold on, lost the... There it is. Lost the white die in case I roll a 2. So E12 needs a 6-11. And that's a 5, and that's a 1 base error. And that'll score a run. E4. Runner to second. E4. And that will be it for Schuster. Tried to give him a little bit of work, and it didn't quite work out. So they'll bring in Ryan Dull. And here is Joe Mauer, which they hope Dull is sharp today. 1-7 against the righty. That's a single to 3. and that's a 17, and that is a ground ball to first base B, so that will be a force out at second, but they won't get Mauer back at first. That moves Nunez to third. And there's one out. And runners on first and third. And here's Brian Dozier with a run in, so that's the tying run at home plate. 2-6, single to 5. And that's a 20. That's a line out to short. And here is Miguel Sano, don't you know? And 4-9, and that's a strikeout. That's a big strikeout with the tying run on at home plate. So the Twins get one, and it is now a 6-3 ball game. And the Twins will get the A's will get Ryan Madson loosening in the pen. They will not get Rogers up. They will get Brandon Kinsler will come into the game, although it's not a save situation. They want to get him some work to try to, keep the game as close as possible. So, Kinsler. Here's Billy Burns. He'll be batting left-handed. 5-6, that's a fly ball to center. And here is Jed Lowry. 2-5, base hit to left field. So Lowry is on. They will not hold him on. And here is Josh Reddick. 6-10, that's to the shortstop. That's Santana. He's a 4. And a 15, that might be good enough for a ground ball C. And it is. So runner will move to second, but there are 2 outs. And here is Chris Davis. 1-4, and that's right back to the mound. Kinsler grabs it, throws to first, and we go to the bottom of the 9th with the Twins trailing 6-3. And Ryan Madson, I guess you could call him the closer, will be coming on for the A's. He will face Kepler, Rosario, and probably a pinch hitter for Centeno. 6-9 against the lefty. That's a fly ball to deep right field. That's caught. One away. Here is Eddie Rosario for 11. Lefty, that's a base hit. And they will definitely be pinch hitting for Centeno. They will bring up Mr. Righty. Byron Buxton will pinch hit for Centeno. And then they will bring in Kurt Suzuki if needed. Okay, so Buxton up with 1 out and 1 on. 5-2, and that's a walk. So Buxton gets on with a walk. And that will bring up Danny Santana. Too bad they can't use any more because anybody else, and they're out of players. So here's Santana. We'll bring the corners in. They don't want to bunt with... No, not with a down 3. So they'll let Santana swing away. 4-10. That's to the shortstop. Semion's a 3. And a 9, that is out of range. E22, that's a 8 to 10. So tough play. No, it's a 7. And that's an error on Semien. And the Twins have the bases loaded. And back to the top of the order. And Eduardo Nunez is the game-winning run at home plate. 4-6. Well, that'll get a run home. Deep fly ball to left field. It's deep enough to score a run. A's don't really care about that, because that only makes it 6-4. But there are 2 outs. And here is Robbie Grossman. 1-5, and that's a walk. So technically, I guess Madsen is tired. Unless you want to go by the... I think we're going to go by the right-hand rating. So we're going to give him the 5 outs. So he is not tired yet. 3-7, and it won't matter, but wow, they got him right in the middle. Strike 3. Maurer doesn't like it, but he goes down swinging. And the Twins had the winning run at home plate, which is about all you can ask for. However, the A's take this game 6-4. Okay. All right, so the Twins came into this game with a 32-51 record, and with this loss, they will be 32-52. Sonny Gray went. He went 6. Hold on. Yeah, he went 6 innings or 7 innings. 6 innings. Went 6 innings. And he'll get the win because they scored 7. Yep. And, Sonny Gray will get the win. He went 6 1/3 innings. Exler got the final 2 outs in the 7th. And then Schuster got into a little bit of problems there, but Ryan Dull came in, and then Madsen finishes out the 9th. Put him down. He will actually get the save. In a Bob Wickman-like steal, but we won't say anything about that. All right, I'll go over a quick recap of the game. Twins got out very early on Ervin Santana. Leadoff single by Billy Burns, stole second, and went to second on a groundout and scored on a Josh Reddick double. And then Chris Davis hits one over the left field wall for a 2-run homer. That made it 3-0. The A's would chip away, scoring a run in the bottom half of the 4th. Bottom half of 4th. No, they didn't. Let me adjust my scorecard here. Oh, yes, they did. Okay. Bottom half of the 4th. Single by Nunez. Stolen base gets him to second. Then a walk. A double play ball moves him to third. And scores on a pass ball. That made it 3-1 in the bottom half of the 4th. However, in the 7th inning, it would just be too much. Ervin Santana leadoff double. Then Trevor May came in. First appearance back off of the injury list through the minors. Back-to-back doubles. Leidendorf scores Semien. Then a walk puts runners on first and second. And then another walk loads the bases. And then an error by Danny Santana scores Leidendorf. That made it 5-1. Let's see here. And then ground out to the shortstop when Tonkin came in. That made it 6-1. The Twins would add runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Leadoff triple by Santana in the Seventh inning off Patrick Schuster. Then a walk, and he would score on an error by Jed Lowry. And that ended the scoring in the seventh. In the eighth, actually, seventh inning they would score. Sorry, that was the eighth inning scoring. Seventh inning scoring. Mauer leadoff single, second on a pass ball, scores on a Miguel Sano single. That was the 6-2. Then 6-3 was what I just told you before. And in the ninth inning, Ryan Madsen tried to give the game to the Twins, but they wouldn't take it. With one out, a single by Rosario, walk puts him to second. Error on Semien, loaded the bases. Sac fly by Eduardo Nunez, and then a walk would have reloaded the bases. However, a strikeout by Joe Mauer ended the game, and the Twins lose 6-4. Well, that does it for this game. Thank you very much for watching whenever you do. If you like what you see, please hit the like button and then hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell icon. You'll be notified whenever a game comes out. And whatever platform you are playing, either PC or Cards and Dice, have fun with whatever game you are playing, and may your games be lively and your games be good. Have a nice day, everybody.